to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. Valuation is a key negotiating factor in startup investing. There are many valuation models available. The most common is the use of comps or comparables to see if the valuation is at market rate. Consider using the asset test for a startup valuation. The asset test for startup valuation compares the money invested so far to the proposed pre-money valuation. Some call this the money-in method. To calculate this value, take the pre-money valuation and divide by the total funding to date. Total funding includes founder funding, investor funding, and non-dilutive funding such as grants. This yields a factor. A factor in the low single digits is a conservative valuation. A factor in the double digits is a speculative one. Most investors look for a factor in the single digits to make an investment. Anything in the double digits requires more investigation to understand the value proposition of the business. Consider this metric in reviewing the valuation of a startup. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start us with today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.